Good morning, my name is Crystal. I've made 4 batches of soap, so I've got 16 loaves to cut today. I'm only going to show you cutting one of each. I don't think you want to watch 16 bars of soap being cut. This is my handy dandy soap cutter. It's got guitar wires. This one is from Plowboy's Wood Shop, LLC. He is on Etsy. I love it. It has significantly decreased my soap cutting time. So for my first cut today, this is Birds of Paradise. This was the one I ended up having to hot process. So let's see what we've got inside. That one's very soft. These are the end pieces that I end up cutting in half to make sample bars. Alright, so this is Birds of Paradise. I've got green, I've got a blue, and this is like a sunset orange. It's a little bit of pink and a little bit of orange mixed in. That one got a lot of the green. So when I hot processed this one, I ended up cutting the solid colors into just chunks. So it's not my usual swirls. The fragrance is called Birds of Paradise and it smells amazing. But I don't think it's one of my prettier soaps. I think it still looks cool. The colors came out good. And I just clean my wires in between each bar. I don't want residual soap transferring to the other bars. All right, so next up, we have white gardenia. I put Twinkling Lights glitter on the top from Nurture Soaps. And it is a beautiful white gardenia. I did not put any color in it. I just left it natural. I have another gardenia that I am going to put some color into. So I figured for white gardenia, we'll just leave it natural. All right. This one's not going to be very interesting to look at on the inside. And again, these 2 pieces will be cut in half to make samples. Just super creamy. It's not really white, it's just a creamy beige color. That's my natural soap base. It used to take me about an hour to cut loaves of soap because your knife will get stuck in there. With these guitar wires, it just goes right through the soap. And I am moving on to the next one. I don't know if you can see the glitter on the top. I'll get some better pictures. Looks like little diamonds. Oh, and it does smell very good. All right. And this one is Jasmine. If you've bought my Jasmine before, I made it solid green. I figured this time we'd have a white base with some green swirls. Let's see how this one turned out. For one of my better selling scents, Jasmine, every time I make it, I completely sell out of it. I thought the soap looked a little boring. So we'll spice it up a little. The sample pieces. So I've got a nice green swirl in there. Now this one did thicken up a little bit. It is a floral when I mix the fragrance into the wet soap base. But it did not seize up on me like that Birds of Paradise. Let me see if I can. Came out so pretty. I think that'll make a more interesting bar of soap to look at. This is why I cut the end pieces off. For one, the outside of the end piece is not very smooth. It's kind of rough and jagged. And then you can see there's like almost no swirl on that, but there's all the color on the inside. So those make good sample pieces. And my last bar of soap to cut for you today is the Neem oil soap. And this will be good for a facial soap or for any dry skin issues. I'm hoping it will help. I don't know if you can see. I've got all of these little bumps on my arms. I'm hoping it'll be good for skin problems. Heard excellent things about neem oil. It's been around forever. So oh, sorry. All right, so this one went through a partial gel phase. You can see this soap, it got very warm in the mold, but it did not extend all the way to the edges. The soap is still good to use. It just, when it goes through a gel phase, the colors get more vibrant. So those middle pieces will have the best color, but it'll all work fine. When I first made this, the whole house smelled like neem oil. It was not very pleasant. It has tamed quite a bit See here, you can see it went through gel phase here in the middle, but not on the edges. The edge soap is still perfectly fine. None of the soap has to go through gel phase. I can actually throw it in the freezer and get no gel phase, but it gets harder faster if it goes through gel. It kind of smells a little bit like garlic and onions and black pepper, but it has tamed quite a bit. Oh, there you go. We got our little gel phase, and on the back side where it was closer to the middle, more gel phase. The contrast between the two will become less evident as it dries. And it'll take about 4 to 6 weeks for each one to dry. This one has very little water in it, and all of these soaps will be available on June 1st. Again, not a very interesting soap to look at, but it will be very good for skin. It'll be great as a facial soap. It's very mild, but it will leave behind some of its conditioning benefits so that your face won't be so dry. So, I'm hoping that'll help, because this is what my problem is. My problem, oh, there you go. The dry skin, and just using my oatmeal soap, I've fixed most of that. It's not nearly as dry as it used to be. My skin's not as dry, and that's even without putting on any lotion. Oh, there's a good picture. Ooh. But from a distance, my arms, I look like a completely different person now. All right. So I will get this video uploaded. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And I'll start doing the cutting on all my soaps for you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.